Oh, hey, welcome. You don't need to worry about the mask. The state lifted the restrictions, so you can go ahead and take it off.
Hello everyone, I'm Eljay, and today with this random review, we are looking at some Bionicle fan merchandise, specifically from one creator, namely Creative Mechanics. They make a lot of fantastic content, and I wanted to showcase some of it today, as I've recently acquired some more of it, as well as one item that I've had for actually a while now. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Let's start off with the Micro Mata V2, Toa Tabletop Miniatures Updated Edition. Right here you have the 6 original Toa Mata, and they are really small. They're about 4 centimeters in total height, and of course they have varying widths, given that, they're different Toa, but these are just so freaking cool. There'll be a link in the description below to the Etsy page, and that's where I got them. And my goodness, these are really, really awesome. I don't do any D&D stuff. I don't do any tabletop stuff. These are perfect for that, however. I was just kind of attracted to the idea of these because miniatures are they're kind of cool. And these are so immensely detailed, it is remarkable. You have so many intricate details in just such a small package. It is really impressive. Obviously enough, being at this small scale, some issues are going to arise, like Onua is missing one of his fingers. He's just missing one claw. And I think there was a kind of a strand of 3D printed plastic on Leewa's torso ball. So I kind of nixed that a little bit. And I can go ahead and fix the claw. It's not a big deal. I have some Bondo. I can just make a small replica. So that's not an issue at all. By and large, these are so wonderfully detailed, and I'd like to paint them. Personally speaking, I'm not the biggest fan of the transparent ones, which unfortunately in this case are Gali, Tahu, and my favorite Leewa. That's not a huge problem. They look fantastic. The only reason I'm not a big fan is just because it's harder for me to appreciate all of the details. It gets a little obscured by the fact that they're transparent. For painting purposes, however, it's fantastic because I can keep their eyes transparent, and Gali's mask can remain transparent as well, in addition to anything else that I'd like to be kind of glowy. So I'm very excited to do that. I'm looking forward to actually getting into painting these and making them look even more like the sets. But these are phenomenal. I think if you're into D&D, if you do any tabletop stuff, or if you just appreciate things on a small scale, then definitely check these out and see if you can pick up a few. Moving on, I bought a shirt. See, Creative Mechanics actually make a lot of wonderful clothing merchandise. On the website, you have a wide selection of shirt designs, as well as other accessories, like you can get stickers, you can get mugs, bags, and so on. It's fantastic. The one in this instance is pretty obvious for me. It's Leewa skateboarding. It's a very new one. I've never skateboarded. I have no affiliation or affinity for skateboarding, but gosh dang, I just love the idea of this. It's so freaking cool. I just got a regular t-shirt, and I got it in light blue. The reason I went for light blue is because it was the color that most resembled what Creative Mechanics has listed for, the stock image. Additionally, it reminds me of Leewa up in the air. This light blue is a very nice kind of sky color, so I really wanted to emulate that, and I think it looks very nice. Very comfortable shirt. I think the design is absolutely spectacular, and I'd love to see more. I'd like to see more of the Toa doing just kind of mundane things. Maybe sports stuff, I don't know. Maybe Pohatu's in a bicycle race. I've got no idea. But I think this is a really nifty idea. I think elaborating on this would be very popular. I'd love to see what Creative Mechanics could come up with. The illustration is wonderfully detailed, of course. Very high action. Man, I just think it's super cool. Finally, the item that I've had for the longest would be this Kanohi Miru mask. Now, if you're in the market for a mask, Creative Mechanics has a ton of different mask designs. They've got Hows, they've got Kakamas, Vahis, a whole assortment of masks. So obviously, when I was looking for a mask that would be a little more comfortable than something like an N95, I was really excited that Creative Mechanics had a Miru. And it's awesome. It's a great design. I think it's very well illustrated. The mask itself is kind of a 2-ply polyester deal. It's got a pouch for a filter, so you can just slide that in. And I actually think that it's better for the overall design because it helps kind of make it a little more rigid instead of just conform around your face. The Miru is a notoriously hard design to get right in things. In this instance, Creative Mechanics opted to kind of fill in the eyes, and that's totally fine. It looks like a really good Miru. It's fun. I enjoy it. I'm a sucker for stuff like this, Miru-looking things, obviously. And it's a very comfortable mask. It's very adjustable, very breathable, and I quite enjoy it. So that's about everything. All in all, Creative Mechanics is one of my favorite Bionicle merch makers. They do fantastic work, doing all sorts of cool things. I think even Eden Sanders, who runs it, he has a comic series that I'm not terribly familiar with. That's kind of like his own Bionicle offshoot. It's really awesome. It's fantastic artwork. And yeah, all in all, I highly recommend go checking them out. I'll go ahead and put all the required links in the description below, so please head over there and see if there's something you like. Before I wrap this up, I want to stress this was not sponsored. I bought all of these with my own money, and I just really wanted to showcase them because I think it's great stuff, and I highly encourage checking out more community merchandise and stuff to support community creators. It's fantastic. So that'll do it. Thank you all so very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and let me know in the comments below if you decide to pick something up. Maybe you got a Miru, maybe you got a How. Let me know. Thanks once again so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Farewell.